Threats coming in against everything from malls to schools are a real challenge for law enforcement, especially when they come from out of the country. Sonica Bargo's on this topic tonight. Sonica.
Alicia, what's called swatting incidents are a risk to both the community and law enforcement, but police tell me cracking down on the problem can get complicated.
It's a challenge for the community and for law enforcement.
Mid-state law enforcement say they have seen an increase in swatting over the last few years.
A crime, usually a horrific or violent crime, is reported.
In a swatting incident, that call is a hoax, but for police,
You have to assume that it's a legitimate emergency.
Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant Adam Reed says because the false report is usually a violent crime, it requires a large police presence.
That could leave, unfortunately, somebody with a true emergency kind of left out to dry.
Our manpower will be somewhat diminished.
And Lower Paxton Township Sergeant Autumn Loopy says it doesn't just tie up police.
Talking EMS, possibly fire and things like that.
Reed says it's usually clear when police arrive that it's a false alarm.
People are taken by surprise by the large police presence and police response there.
That's when things get hard, finding who's responsible. Reed says there are things to look for in the initial call.
For example, if the caller has an accent or if the information received on the call doesn't quite match up with the location of where the emergency is supposed to be.
But jurisdiction can be an issue.
The callers are not necessarily from this area. They're from other parts of the nation.
In that case, local law enforcement can partner with other agencies, but sometimes it's even more complicated.
In several cases that we've seen, the caller or source of information turns out to be from overseas.
Swatting can carry criminal charges like risking a catastrophe or misuse of the 911 system. State lawmakers are also trying to impose harsher penalties, including making swatting a felony. In the studio, Sonica Bargo. Valerie, back to you.
Thank you, Sonica.